Well, what is going on, everyone? Welcome back to Kitchen Table TCG. It is here. This is a Aetherdrift DFT Drift Collector Booster Box case. Aetherdrift, the newest Magic the Gathering set. We have our pre-release. We're doing a midnight pre-release on Thursday night, and a Friday at 7 p.m. pre-release, and a Saturday at 5 p.m. pre-release, and a Sunday at 2 p.m. pre-release. We're doing all the pre-releases. This set, in Wizard's words, is all gas, no brakes, baby. And this case belongs to Mark. Mark, thank you for always ripping open a case of Aetherdrift, or a case of the new sets. It's really fun to go through this. And we're going to go through and see what is in Aetherdrift. We got some, interesting, the box topper packs. I've not watched anybody else open this. The box topper packs are the same color as a regular pack. Let's see what's in the box topper number 1. And then we're going to keep the box toppers for, oh, there's a little pull tab. Let's show the pull tab. And the pull tab doesn't work very well either. Then we're going to keep the box toppers for the end of the video. You can always, you can always go through if you want. So there's 2 cards. I think one of each of these is a land, if I remember their announcement correctly. We got the Swamp, okay. And the Curse Sloth wrappings. Now, my understanding is that there's over 170 cards that have the first place foil. And I gotta say, they said they looked better in person. They were better in person than the P color, but they're okay. I wish they were like a gilded foil, like the ones from New Capenna, like that kind of foiling would have been super cool in here, like really first place. But here we go. Let's get into it, Mark. Let's see what we got. We got the Speed. Oh my gosh. The Speed Demon. I don't know if that, I think that's just a showcase. Is that what that is? That's our first mythic. And then the Far Fortune End Boss, a rare. The Mindspring Merfolk. So it doesn't look like any of these have regular Magic the Gathering treatments. Hashon Scarab's Fist. Now this is the Zombie Commander deck. Everyone's talking about this thing. That's from the Zombie set. The Bulwark Ox. I'm pretty stoked for the Zombie Commander deck. I don't think I'm going to redo my zombie deck because my zombie deck's like mono black, but it looks like a lot of fun. Now, I don't know where the serialized card would be, so we'll go through all the bulk as well just to kind of go through it. This set seems really cool. I did not have much hope for this set kind of initially when they announced it. Oh, snap. All right, already we have a Japanese framed, I don't know, this is Loot the Pathfinder in the Japanese frame. That's a $70 card in English. I'm guessing about $40 card pre-order pricing, of course, in Japanese. I'm still not a big fan of the Japanese cards in English product. I just don't, I don't know how to speak Japanese, so I don't really want to pull Japanese cards. The Willow Rush Verge. So this is the Verge lands. I like the artwork on those. There's your first. Should we track the Verge lands? We'll track the Verge lands separately. The Tomb Mythic and the Thunderous of Velocipede. We're going to go a little slow here at the beginning. We'll speed it up as we go because we are doing a full case here for Mark. Anyway, I was not very excited about this set, and then the spoilers started coming out. Obviously, the first place foils look pretty good and pretty exciting, and that got a bunch of people hyped up, so that's been cool. But then the mechanics also seem kind of fun. The mechanics seem like it's going to be a pretty fun pre-release and draft experience. And whenever you have a good limited experience, we talk about this every time we open packs. Whenever you have a good limited experience, it really sells the set for people and makes them excited to open flashier variants and that kind of thing. So I actually think this set's going to do pretty good. That was a pretty awful pack. I think this set's going to do pretty good. I don't think this is going to be a big flop. Simply put, the box topper kind of slot really helps to prevent it from being a flop. There's an Anthem Dinosaur effect. That's kind of cool. The Riptide Gearhulk. This is a really cool card. Double strike with prowess. It's a 2/5 for 5. When this creature enters, for each opponent, put up to 1 target non-land permanent that player controls. Stop its, like, that's a pretty strong mechanic. The commander decks look like a lot of fun. All in all, this set, while it doesn't strike me, artifact creature in Gruul. Well, it doesn't strike me as something that I personally am excited for, like, the flavor of, because I'm more of a traditional Magic the Gathering being more like D&D. I'm kind of like, give me my Magic the Gathering that's more like D&D Oh, snap! Oh my gosh, a Chrome Mox in the first spot of the special guest. Mark, congratulations. Chrome Mox, special guest number 1. That's the first time I've seen that one in person. The artwork looks pretty crazy. We talked about the artwork on our podcast on Friday last week. It looks kind of crazy. I don't know. I traditionally like the older kind of Magic, but really cool reprint. Obviously, tons of value. There are going to be people who like the flashier version, the Regal Imperiosaur. There are going to be like people who like the modern looking version, and to each their own. I'm excited that this set has something like that. That's a big chase. Kind of reminds me of your Ixalan, Lost Caverns of Ixalan with the, what's this? The District Mascot? Ooh, it's a little puppo. It kind of reminds me with that was the Mana Vault. It was in Lost Caverns of Ixalan. Not as big of a card, but still a card that will get people ripping and excited to open up packs, which is always obviously really good. You want to see interest in a Magic the Gathering set when it comes out, so it doesn't go the way of like a Murders at Karlov Manor. You know what I mean? The Fearless Swashbuckler. I like this art a little bit. It surprises me that like this is more like Secret Lair style. I kind of like that frame. I don't know what they're calling that. The Wings of Gold, a Bloodghast. That's a good card. And Ripclaw Wrangler. Ooh, I like that artwork. So all in all, not stoked on the theme personally, but I have this kind of feeling that the cards in the set are going to do pretty well. Like the mechanics seem like people are going to like it. And if the mechanics are fun, I can forgive a theme that I'm just not personally excited about. Another Gearhulk here. This one, the Break Glass Gearhulk. I like it when they have mythics in a like segment like that. Prophetess. Oh, and now a Radiant Lotus. This box is loaded. Now, this is a card everyone's talking about. I don't know where it's going to end up landing. I, for one, kind of fall on the line that this is not going to be as powerful as people think it's going to be. It costs 6, but hey, in Commander, I mean, that's a card you're going to play in a lot of decks, so it might still hold up. I know there's been a lot of back and forth in the community about the Radiant Lotus. I'm stoked that Mark pulled one. I think Mark's probably flipping this for singles pretty quickly, so I think Mark works out really well. The Gastrol Throller, Red Shaft, Discret Mascot, and Sahili, Radiant Creator. All in all, though, again, like if the set is fun to play and people can get behind it, it's a win. And like that's what Magic does best, right? Magic does best getting people around the table to play the game. There's no game on earth that gets people to play it more than Magic the Gathering. Salvation Engine. Other artifact creatures get +2. Crew 6. Whenever attacks, return up to 1 target artifact card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Wow, that's crazy. And here's another Verge land. So yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it's gonna be a question of did people get excited to play the set? The answer to that is yes. So that's going to do great, and I hope it does. We have a lot of pre-releases planned. Oh, another foil Verge this time. So that's 2. That's 3 of the. I think there's 5 different Verges. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section. I believe there are 5 Verges. So yeah, we're stoked for it. Last pack of the box, Mark. This box has been a home run. You got a Chrome Mox already. I mean, that's about all you can ask for here. You get a Chrome Mox, and now our 4th Verge land. So that seems like a pretty good pull rate on the Verge lands. 4 in a box. We'll see if that holds up. The Hole Drifter. We'll see if that holds up. Mythic count. Let's do a mythic count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. One of those was a Japanese showcase. The other one was the Chrome Mox, which was the special guest. So very interesting to see those pull rate numbers. That seems to be about what we've been getting for collector boxes on sets. Is about that 11. Sorry, everybody, I'm losing my voice a little bit. All right, we're going to keep the box topper for the end. No, should we open it now? No, we're going to keep the box toppers for the end. It'll just make you wait a little bit. For those of you who don't want to wait, you can leave your negative comment and then you can just fast forward. Radiant Lotus, but you're going to miss things like the full art Radiant Lotus pull, you know? We should separate the mythics so that we can count again. What's this? A Cursed Dune Yard. All right, that's a commander card. That's another thing, is that the commander decks also look pretty powerful, and commander decks were super, super allocated. I rarely ever get allocated on commander decks. Usually, if I order commander decks, I thought that was a demonic tutor. I know demonic tutor's not in the set, but when I saw demonic, I was like, oh my gosh. Now the Coalstone Gearhulk, I really like the artwork on those. So the commander decks really allocated really hard to get full supply of, which is crazy to me. Now, of course, there is only 2 commander decks, so maybe Wizards' idea there is like, hey, we're gonna limit the supply of each individual deck, and because there's 2 ofs in every case now, this is the Waste Word Verge, and then another Waste Word Verge, then the Lifecraft engine. Because there's only 2, we're going to only print half as much, maybe something like that. I don't know that that's what happened, but that's what I feel happened. And I'm not convinced that that's the necessarily best way to do it, like splitting it in half. The Boom Mobile. But I do kind of respect the idea that they want commander decks to have value, and I'm not surprised that they're doing it with the way that commander decks are going from other sets. People in my Gold Wizard program, so many people are ordering decks. Oh, this is another Secret Lair special guest here, the Pathbreaker Ibex. It's a goat. But people are cracking open tons and tons of commander decks to get value out of them. And I don't know if that has something to do with that. Like if Wizards doesn't want that to be happening as much. So the problem is you make that not happen as much, you're gonna make the value of singles go way up in them, which is just gonna make people want to do it more. So you can't really control that, to be honest. Pia Nidlar, Chief Mechanic, and double spot cycle scouter. Say that 10 times fast. Oh, what is that? 1, 2, 3 foil start your engines token? That seems kind of cool. Not gonna lie, that seems cool. I'm putting that in a hip pile so he doesn't throw that away. Not gonna lie, that seems kind of cool. The start your engines thing, I've seen people 3D printing like engine counters. That seems pretty cool. I wish I did that for our pre-release. I guess I still have time if somebody has the file. We have a 3D printer now, which is kind of fun. Sunbillow Verge. Okay. All right. I think that's all the Verge lands. March of the World Ooze, a mythic. So now another Gear Hulk. We already got that one. See, I like the art on the Gear Hulks for the showcase. I think those look sick. Box 2, not feeling quite as loaded without that Mox. Is it Mox? What was it? Whatever it is. The Chrome Mox, right? Yeah. Beachbone Verge, not feeling quite as powerful here. The Salvation Engine. But we did get the Lotus, I think, in this one too. So, at the end of the day, with Magic the Gathering, the real thing that matters is, do people enjoy playing the set? If you mix that, another Loot the Pathfinder, this one in English, so you can have your play set and you can go dig out the English one so you can read it. There we go. That's pretty sick. That's a cool commander. You get to do a bunch of different things. I mean, that seems pretty sick. The Fest, the Boommobile, Nisa. If people enjoy the mechanics of the commander decks too, that always brings people to open, the main set, which is one of the advantages of the collector packs having the commander, stuff, and the play not having it, is that, it gives people an incentive to buy and open collector packs. So I notice when the mechanics of the commander decks are more popular and the commander decks really are fun for people to enjoy, that people go into these collector boxes pretty heavily. Bright Glass Gearhulk, and I think the commander decks look pretty fun. I've had a ton of people reach out to ask about them and to order them, both on the website as well as in person and in the store. People seem pretty excited about that. And I will say, only having 2 of them, a lot of times when you have 4 decks, people are like, oh, I can't afford all 4, so I'm just going to buy one. Well, with you have 2 decks, what happens a lot of the times are people are like, I'll just buy both of them. And so you have that also that adds in, oh, I forgot to count the mythics. That also adds into the sell rate of those commander decks, which makes it 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, that one had 10. That makes it even more of a like, man, what are they doing? Only printing, you know, so few of those collector boxes. All right, box 3, Mark. Let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. The Debris Beetle. But not gonna lie, I thought this set was gonna come out and be kind of a low selling set. And it really shocked me. I really thought this was gonna be like the worst set of the year. And then they started doing the spoilers with the Chrome Mox and the, you know, the commander decks, and all of a sudden the tide shifted. Oh, I like that dinosaur. All of a sudden the tide just shifted so hard. And I'm telling you guys, like, a lot of people sat this set out. People who I know who order a ton of product. A lot of people sat this set out because of the mechanic, because of the feel, the flavor. They didn't want anything to do with it. But if you have powerful cards that are fun to play, the flavor doesn't matter. And there will be people who like the flavor. I know the comment section is going to be like giving me a hard time for poo-pooing on the cool, fun flavor of Magic race car. It's like Star Wars came back and they did race car, you know, racing. I don't like that either, to be honest. Temet, Nakuman's Will. Oh, we got back-to-back of those for Mythics. But there will be people who really like that. But I think the vast majority of people feel like Aetherdrift almost feels like a worse Universes Beyond. Like Universes Beyond doesn't fit in Magic, but this like really doesn't fit in Magic. The Last Ride gets -X where X is your life total. My gosh, that's crazy. Very thematic. You could run this as your commander. That seems awful, but you could run that as your commander. That's funny. Oh, you can't because it's an artifact, not an artifact creature. I rule shark myself before the comment section could rule shock me. Rule shark me. Pilot, Blood Gas. Oh, that's so cool. That is a really cool card. I like those artworks. I might collect one of each of those. Sabsuin Luxa Embodied. I don't know. It's just the theme doesn't do it for me. I'm gonna be honest with you. I want to sell you this. I want you to be like excited for it, but the theme doesn't do it for me. But the power level of the cards does, and the commander decks I think will be fine. Like I think I'm okay with the theme for a commander deck set, but when you bring it into like regular Magic, I think that's when I get like I just don't get it. I hear that all the time for Universes Beyond too. The upsetness about them bringing that into standard seems to drive another foil Start Your Engines. I'm telling you, that's going to be kind of a cool card off the bat. Coalstroke Gearhulk, we already saw that one. Nissa, oh, I didn't even look at this Nissa. I like Nissa. 4 cost, 3/3. Landfall, you get energy. You can pay 8 energy rather than, oh, that's pretty good. It could be fun. Skybox. I want to pull a Serialized. Are the Serialized, let me know if you've seen somebody pull a Serialized. Are they in the back of the pack? Or are they, I wish they were right here. That's where you want your Serialized, so you don't accidentally skip over them. But another Verge Land. Sometimes they put them in the back of the pack though. I don't know if that's to like protect the card, but I don't like it when they put it in the back of the pack. I can't wait to open all these box toppers at the end and get something crazy. Oil Deep Gearhulk. Okay, this is the Demir one. Lifelink with Ward 1, 4/4 for 4. When it enters, look at the target player hand. You can choose a card from it, make them discard. It seems kind of not super powerful. And all right, that pack seemed pretty bad. Other than the Gearhulk, which I'm sure someone will be like, it's the best card in the game. I want to get one of these. We haven't seen any Fracture foils. We haven't seen a single Chandra either. Gearhulk. Uh-oh, what is this thing? Oh, it's just an earth rumbler. Now I got my piles backwards. Last pack of the box. This feels like the worst box so far, in my opinion. Oh, then we get the spectacular pile up in the showcase. Yeah, the showcase frame. All creatures and vehicles lose indestructible until end of the turn, then destroy everything. I love it. That's a cool card. Very specific to the game, to the set. But Valor's flagship. Destroy all creatures and vehicles. I guess it's okay. Creatures added there. Okay, that box seemed worse. Let's see what our mythic count was. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 with one showcase. That seemed like the worst box so far. All right, I'm going to clean up the pile since we're halfway through. And let's get to box 4, baby. See if we can get a serialized, see if we can get a showcase fracture foil. I want to see those fracture. Dude, the fractured foil Radiant Lotus, I hope that card's good because that card's going to be, that card is beautiful. It's one of the most beautiful Magic cards they've made in modern Magic, in my opinion. It's gorgeous. The thing is absolutely beautiful. It's like what they would do if it was if they could make Black Lotus. Oh, the Bone Mister now. Ooh, Bone Miser. Sorry, everybody. A special guest again. I love that artwork. Oh, I love that artwork. Super cool. All right, congrats. Another special guest there. So we're averaging, I think, one special guest per box. There's the Radiant Lotus. That's not the artwork I was talking about, everybody. Obviously, that artwork's kind of mid. Artwork's very subjective, though. I know. I get it. Leave a comment. What do you think the most beautiful card in modern Magic is? I'm curious on your guys' take. The most beautiful card in modern Magic. Maybe we'll talk about this on the podcast this week. We're gonna record the podcast after this box opening tonight. So maybe we'll discuss that. I would love to hear your takes in the comment section. Sita Varman Mast Racer. Market Back Walker. Hazaret. I love the artwork on these ones. The art style on those cards I think is really cool. There's another Mythic. Sahila, I think we've seen that one. I got to give them that the feeling of the cards is good. Like you do get immersed when you're opening packs like this. You do get immersed in the world that they are creating. Ketramos, the New Dawn. Like they did a really good job of designing the cards to make you feel like you are in this, plane that everybody rides around on motorcycles. Again, I don't want to be on a plane where everybody rides around on motorcycles. That's not how I want to play Magic. But they are doing a really good job of making it fun. And for limited Magic, I think this is going to be kind of fun. I think this is going to be kind of cool. It's just when you mix this stuff with, standard and, Lorwyn's coming out. And Lorwyn's like my favorite plane in the game. And like to see this mixed with Lorwyn is just not going to be super fun for me. I'm going to be like, what are we doing? But Riptide Gearhulk, we saw that one on the first box. And the Speed Demon, Flying Trample Legendary Creature, 5/5 for 5. Start your engines. At the beginning of your end step, you draw X cards. And lose X life, where X is your speed. That's sick. That's going to be a fun commander to play. That's going to be a fun commander. There's going to be a lot of people building that one. That's probably going to be a decently expensive card off the rip, $5-10 card, because so many people are going to want to play that commander. Sab Suin Luxa Embodied. A god. Bloodghast. I love the Bloodghast. Gas Guzzler. Okay. Almost halfway through this box. It feels a little bit better than the last box. I still think that box 1 was just such a home run. It's going to be hard to beat it. Winter Cursed Rider. The Thunderous Velocipede. And that's it. Gotta move the stack of bulk before I knock it over. Look at this. That stack of bulk. Cracking open all the collector boxes. Zombie Army. Oh my gosh. Showcase Japanese foil Radiant Lotus. Holy moly. I've got that at 163 for English. I assume they're all foils. I got that 163 in English. And yeah, I'm guessing Japanese, that's about a $100 card. Wow, that is beautiful artwork. That's still not the artwork I was talking about. Unless the artwork, it is the artwork. That's the artwork. It just looks way cooler in the fracture foil. That's the artwork we were talking about, baby. That is gorgeous. The fracture foil looks better, but that is still sick. Congratulations, Mark. Oh my gosh. That is crazy. This box wins, baby. This box wins the prize. I guess we haven't seen what the box topper is, but this box wins the prize. I guess we'll mark that box topper. Let's see. Let's see what the box topper is in that box when we get to the end. Wow, what an absolute beautiful card. I have no clue what it does because it's in Japanese, but an absolute beautiful card. That is awesome, Mark. Congratulations. I love it when you guys win, baby. I love opening stuff and being like, oh, that guy won. That was a good box. March of the World Ooze. Pretty cool. Another Verge. We're getting a lot of those Verge lands. 2 boxes left for Mark. He's got the Radiant Lotus, the second most valuable, probably third most valuable version of the Radiant Lotus. Now, there's a lot of versions, so that's still pretty good. But holy moly. What a box. Okay, let's count the mythics for that one. Mythics on this one with the Radiant Lotus included. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That was by far the best box. Let's get into it. Box 5. Can it beat it? We need like a serialized or a fractured foil. Even some of the fractured foil on pre-order prices are less than the fracture foil from, or less than the Radiant Lotus in the showcase. So we'll see what happens, but I would love to see a fracture foil. The fracture foils, I like how hard they are to pull though. I don't like it when they make things easy to pull. I want a challenge. I want the cards to like be difficult to pull. It makes it more fun when you pull it. It makes the cards have more value. And like you can get the cheaper versions. I'm not saying I want the game to be expensive, but I want there to be chases for the whales who want to open something and have fun and go at it. Like I think that's good for the game. You know, it's like Pokemon. You got the Moonbryon. You know, the Moonbryon's only what it is because it's hard to pull. It's elusive. It's a card that people want to see, and when it gets opened, everybody goes, oh my gosh, you're so lucky. And like that feeling is important in TCGs. That's important. Pyla, Nadar, Mechanic. I don't know why I like that card so much. Every time I get it, we talk about it. It's like it's just a, maybe even the face commander, but it's just a commander card. Dinosaur Dragon, that seems scary. Another Blood Gas and that artwork that I love, and a Thunderous Velocipede mythic. All right, Mark, I think you're doing pretty good. I think you've probably won this. I think you'll balance out and you'll probably win this. This race, no pun intended, to like break even on a case like this. I think you'll do pretty good. Mark's a gold wizard, if you guys don't know. He's a gold wizard in the Discord server. So he's a supporter of the channel. Oil Deep Gear Hulk here. And he wants me to open like basically one case of every set. So we get to do that and have fun. Post a video and he gets to see his cards a little bit early. And I get to make some fun content. So everybody say thank you, Mark, for the experience. And Mark say, uh-oh. Say, uh-oh, I got a fracture foil. Here we go, baby. What's it going to be? What's it going to be? The Salvation Engine. Look at that card. I don't see this at the top of the list, but still absolutely gorgeous. It might just also not be have any for sale. Absolutely gorgeous Salvation Engine. I love the artwork. Other artifact creatures in control get +2/+2 whenever a vehicle attacks. Return up to 1 target artifact card. Oh, we already read this one too. It's a 6/10 for 5. That's insane. What a gorgeous card. The Fracture Foil Salvation Engine. I'm going to call it the box previous is still better. The box previous, I'm saying right now, it was still better. That Radiant Lotus at this point in time, the hype behind that card, the people buying that card right now, it's still better. It's still a better pull. We haven't seen a single Aether Spark yet. Explosive Getaway now. The Showcase. What an opening. I gotta say, like, even like I'm not super stoked about the theme. I know we've already said that. But it's still fun to open this stuff. They have really cracked down the enjoyment of opening packs. Like, they've really figured it out, how to make it fun and how to make it different, and how to do this. They struggled for a while with collector boxes, I feel like, to like make it a fun box opening experience. But I feel like they've really figured it out with the fractured foils and with that kind of stuff. I like the current state of Magic the Gathering openings because of the things that they've got going on. All right, 2 packs left, Mark. Then we're going to do the last box, and then we're going to open all the box toppers. And those of you who clicked through because you were mad at me for not opening the box toppers, welcome back. You still have one more box, and then we'll get there. You missed the Fractured Foil pull, and you missed the amazing Radiant Lotus pull. So shame on you. Not really. Oh, shame on me for throwing the cards everywhere. I get it. I couldn't wait either. Bloodghast. I love that artwork. The Verge. And all right, here we go. Last box. Mark. Again, man, thank you so much. It's very fun to open things for you. Here we go. Last box of a case of Aetherdrift. Full throttle. It's been a full throttle opening. See, like, I don't know. I don't love the theme, but it's still fun. And I think when I play Limited this weekend, I'll really know how I feel about it. I can't wait for that. We'll do an update. The Bleach Bone Verge. We'll do an update. Maybe we'll do another box opening or something next week, or live stream post pre-release. We'll have a good conversation of like, is this set fun? Because if this set's fun, like Outlaws of Thunder Junction, like people loved that set. Loot the Pathfinder. People still love drafting that set and enjoy playing that thing. And I think if this set has that kind of feel, I think this is a better set. I think it's a more powerful set. And then it also has the better reprints. I think we forgot to count the mythics. My bad, guys. I think that this set could be better than like an Outlaws set, which is pretty impressive. Because Outlaws has a lot of pulls, like a lot of different, subsets and that kind of thing. But if this set's fun to play, I think you could see it take off. Not take off, like it's not going to be the most expensive set of the year, but it could do really well. It's not going to be Bloom Burrow level, obviously. But it still could be a really big win for stores. It could be a big win for single sellers. It could be a big win for players to have cards that they're excited to play with, and the commander players and that kind of stuff. I think we could be there. So we're starting to see, if you open a case, you're going to get just about every card, other than we have not seen an Aether Spark, I don't think. We've seen every other card that I know of. I think we've seen at least one version of every other card. We have not seen the Aether Spark. Maybe not actually one version of every card, but I feel like we're pretty close. Because we're getting a lot of duplicates that I recall from other packs. Captain Howler on Wings of Gold and another Verge Land. We'll count the Verge Lands here in a minute. We're almost done, everybody. And then we'll get into our box toppers. 4 packs left, Mark. Zombie. The Fest. Pile Up. The Zombie Commander. Ironclad. And the Earth Trembler. Okay, all right. The box toppers is also another big thing. Now, 170 different... Ooh, Mimoplasm. That's cool. 170 different cards makes it kind of hard to be like how much you're going to value the box topper. But those pulls can also be pretty cool. And currently TCG Player has some of them like at the level of a showcase version of a card, like the fracture foil. I don't know if that will hold up, but if it does, if people like the gold cards, the finish line first place foil, if people like those, oh baby, those are gonna be hard to get. It's gonna be hard to get a play set of your favorite card. The Curse Cloth Wrappings, it's kind of cool art. Zombies you control get, am I gonna have to get this for my zombie deck? Zombies you control get +1/+1. This is cost 4. Target creature in your graveyard gains Embalm until the end of the turn. That seems pretty cool. Wow, okay. That was a pretty good box. Only because I like that commander card. All right, let's count the number of Verge lands in 6 boxes. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So like 3 or 4 per box on average. Pretty good. All right, we're going to open the box topper from that box that we hit the Radiant Lotus first. Here we go. This was the Radiant Lotus box to see if that box was super good. Another Swamp. Focus. And then Gonti, a Night Minister. Yeah, I mean, like, I've seen people compare these to like e-reader Pokemon cards. Honestly, these are going to be cool for some people. You know, you're going to see people flash out their commander decks with these. You're going to see people want the legendary ones for their commanders. I can see people wanting these. I don't know. They don't look quite as good as I thought they were going to look. But they're still cool. And I like that there's box toppers. Island. What do we got? The Sunbillow Verge. A Verge land, and that's pretty sick. I kind of like the artwork on them. Like, it's kind of a cool thing to see the artwork all yellow like that. These are impossibly hard to open, by the way, without damaging the cards. They're mine. I wouldn't really care that much, but for somebody else's cards, gotta be more careful. Here we go. Mountain. And the Riptide Gearhulk. So you can see that one got damaged in the box, so that definitely wasn't me. I did not do that, Mark. Sorry, buddy. That sucks. That was definitely not me. That was definitely in the box. The Riptide Gearhulk, though, it's cool. I'll go back and look in the video, but I don't think that was me. They just throw these things into the boxes. All right, Mountain and Oil Deep Gearhulk. There we go. Back-to-back Mythics and back-to-back Gearhulks. Pretty sick. All right, last one. Last one, Mark. Can we get the Aetherspark? We still have not pulled an Aetherspark from... Man, all right, where's the pull tab? Let's try the pull tab. See, the pull tab's like, I don't know, man. They also kind of suck. All right, can we pull the Aetherspark? We get another Gonti. All right, Mark, that was pretty cool. Pretty fun. All in all, a better opening experience than I thought it was going to be. I really like how Magic's getting into the opening experience. They look a little worse than I thought they were going to look. I still really like the fracture foils. I still really like what they're doing inside the collector boxes. And I think this set, you know, really hinges on limited, as I always say for sets. But I think this one's going to do pretty well. So have fun at pre-release, everyone. Remember to be kind to the people around you. Join the Discord server. Go to KitchenTableTCG.com. Hang out there and have yourselves a great day.